The woman was walking forward as usual when something suddenly blocked her path. Confused, she reached out to touch it and discovered an invisible wall, solid to the touch but completely unseen. At first, she thought she was dreaming, so she touched it again. The unmistakable sensation in her palm forced her to accept the reality of it. She turned back and sat down on a chair, trying to calm herself. After a long moment of contemplation, she returned to the invisible wall, touching it once more. It was still there, as solid as ever. Though it was hard to believe, it was undeniably real. Desperate to find a way out, she ran in another direction and spotted a house. She hurried over to greet the elderly couple inside, only to find another invisible wall blocking her way. What was even stranger was that the couple stood completely still, frozen in the same position, as if time had stopped for them. She tried to call out to them, but her voice couldn't reach them. Realizing the gravity of the situation, she quickly left with her dog. For the next 2 weeks, she was trapped in this bizarre reality. Every day, she returned to check if the invisible wall was still there, but it never disappeared. It was like an invisible prison, confining her to the Alps. The elderly couple remained frozen, unchanged, as if trapped in time. One night, as she was about to sleep, a strange noise came from outside. Hopeful, she rushed to the door, only to crash into the invisible wall. It had somehow moved closer to her home. Terrified, she screamed, only to wake up and realize it was just a dream. Determined to escape, she decided to try brute force. She drove her car straight into the invisible wall, but even as the car nearly fell apart, the wall remained unscathed. As days turned into weeks, she gradually adapted to her new reality. She learned to grow her own food and occasionally hunted in the mountains with her dog. Still, the loneliness was overwhelming. During one of her hunts, she found a cow, which she quickly tamed. The cow not only provided milk but was also pregnant with a calf. Later, on a rainy day, she rescued a stray cat. Now, it was just her, the cow, the dog, and the cat living together. She often sat on high ground, using binoculars to scan the area for a way out. She explored nearly every corner of the Alps but found no escape. Time passed, and the cow was nearing its due date. She gathered plenty of hay to ensure it was well fed. Every time she passed the frozen couple's house, she'd touch the invisible wall, hoping it had disappeared, but the cold, unyielding surface always brought her back to reality. One day, as she tended to the cow, a bearded man suddenly appeared, wielding an axe. He killed the calf and then turned the weapon on her dog. Horrified, she ran back to the house, grabbed her rifle, and shot the man dead. But it was too late. Her dog lay lifeless in a pool of blood. She couldn't understand why this man had appeared out of nowhere. For so long, she'd been alone in this place. It felt as if her fate was being controlled by some unseen force. The loss of her dog and the calf plunged her into deeper loneliness. It took her a long time to recover from the grief. Eventually, she wrote down her experiences in a diary. In the end, the woman never escaped. She remained trapped in the Alps, living a life of solitude and mystery.